Hello and welcome to this video tutorial which is designed to show you how to use our teeth whitening kit. Now everything before you will not be included in every kit, so if anything is missing, which I'm about to demonstrate, it simply means you've purchased a kit which didn't contain the particular item. But let's start with the syringes of whitening gel. Now this one is at the top. I've only placed one on display here. In reality there are 12 of these 10 milliliter syringes of whitening gel, making 120 milliliters in total. Keep it refrigerated, not frozen, and the gel will retain its efficacy and efficiency for up to 2 years. Now let me move on to the next thing here, which is the desensitizing gel. Easily recognizable because it's got desensitizing gel written on the side. However, that's not always the case. It can sometimes be called by a different name, but if it's blue in color, it is desensitizing gel. You may not need to use this if you purchased it. However, I'll go into its use shortly, but it's obviously for people who, after using the whitening gel, maybe experience a little bit of sensitivity. Now, this is only temporary anyway. As a general rule, it clears up between 1 to perhaps up to 3 days later. But if you do experience sensitivity, then the use of this gel is why it's been provided to you. Now, there is a mini LED light. Now, normally, if you press the button like this, it won't work. The reason is you need to undo this little cap here. There are 2 circular batteries inside. At the base of the last battery, which touches the terminal, which is right at the bottom, you'll see a small circular piece of plastic, which is meant to create a barrier between the battery itself and the terminal to avoid discharge during transit. So you need to remove the bit of clear plastic and then take care to insert the 2 circular batteries back into position in exactly the same way you took them out. Once you've done that, screw the cap back into place, and if you press the button, the light will work. Now, there are different trays. This one here is our customized version. I've only included one here. You do get 2 in the kit, one for the top set, one for the bottom set. Easily identifiable because it has this tag which will be cut off once you've actually customized it yourself. Now, I'm not going to go into detail here about how to do that. There's a separate video which shows you, so just watch that. And if you do want to use this, that video will tell you exactly what to do. Now, you may very well find you've either got one of these non-customizable trays included in your kit. If you've actually had a laser session before purchasing the kit, you may very well have been supplied with 2 of these. Slightly different. This is a very soft, malleable one, and the second one you may get if you've had the laser session is a slightly larger, firmer version. So you may very well find you've got 2 of these, as I say, if you've had a laser session beforehand. If not, just this one and the customizable version as well. Now, this here is a small filter with a little tag on the end to prevent leakage. That needs bending back and forwards to snap it off. Then that will leave this small hole at the top of the filter to allow the gel to be flowing into the tray of your choice in a more defined, precise manner. Now, there are 2 types of filter you may receive in the pack. This one with the little square cap, that is fused onto the end of the filter. You need to bend it back and forward, snap it off, and then just toss the little black piece here. You can toss that away, obviously retaining the filter itself. The other one which you can sometimes find is an identical shape, however there is a detachable top. So it means when you've finished dispensing the gel, just make certain you place that back into place. So let's just say you've snapped the top off, or maybe you want to leave it till it's attached to the syringe. It doesn't matter which way you do it. However, let's take the gel syringe. There's the default stopper, which is in place to prevent gel leakage. Just give that a twist and a pull. Then take the filter, whichever one you've been given, and pop that into place. And if you haven't already done so, as I've said, snap the top off. Now it's ready to dispense into the tray of your choice. Now, I'll use the non-customizable version for demonstration purposes. Whichever tray you use, the method is exactly the same. So let's say you've got the top snapped off. It's ready to be placed into the whitening tray, the gel, obviously. Face these two up over, slightly leaning away from you, and then with the filter placed at the very bottom on the far side where the bottom of your teeth would normally rest, start pressing the top of the syringe and apply a continuous bead of gel. Now when you get to the center, tip the tray, whichever one you're using, towards you so you can see where to stop. Then repeat the exercise, but this time in the middle. Don't worry about being too precise. As long as it's more or less in the middle, tip it towards you as you get halfway around, finish at the end. Third one, near to the top, but not right to the edge. We want to minimize the possibility of gel leakage onto the gum, so keep it slightly below the edge. Again, don't worry about being too precise, as long as it's, not literally on the very top of the tray. Again, far side, continuously round, tipping it towards you when you get halfway around, and finish here. Now, because of the nature of the design of the tray, it does narrow towards the end, so you'll tend to find the 3 beads along here, and this side will merge into one. Obviously, there will be more separation in the middle area. That's fine. Don't forget to repeat the exercise, being careful as you turn it over, and place 3 beads round here. Obviously, if you're using the customizable trays, there will be 2 separate ones, so just repeat the exercise in both separate trays. And that's it. Don't forget, if you're using this filter where you've snapped the end off, then it's a good idea to actually just take this when you're finished, place it down, make certain it doesn't go anywhere near any furniture that might stain. Since I haven't used any gel, that's why I'm just putting it down onto the table. And then take the default stopper, which you took out originally, and put it back into place. And that's it. Of course, if you've used the filter, which comes complete with the detachable top, well, you needn't do that. As long as you've retained that top, then just put that back into place for safety. And the only other thing I will say is whichever tray you're using, we do mention it in the written instructions. It's a good idea, just in case there is any slight gel leakage when you actually bite into the tray. It's a good idea to take a damp cloth and wipe the area between where the top and bottom of the tray are running alongside your gum. So just give it an entire wipe over that surface to wipe away any excess gel. If you've got any queries, just give us a ring on 0191 586 4188. We're here between 9 AM and 9 PM, 7 days a week. And the only other thing I will say is whichever tray you're using, we do mention it in the written instructions. It's a good idea, just in case there is any slight gel leakage when you actually bite into the tray. It's a good idea to take a damp cloth and wipe the area between where the top and bottom of the tray are running alongside your gum. So just give it an entire wipe over that surface to wipe away any excess gel.